Hello, friends. This is Raj Sastri from Raj Option Trading. Today, I want to tell a story of Pete, the put option seller. Um, Pete is a pretty normal guy. He's got a good paying job, and he hears about selling put options and basically making a lot of money in premium. So watches a lot of YouTube videos by browsing the internet, and he basically came across a lot of positive things about selling put options. One thing he learned pretty quickly is it's a common knowledge that option sellers make a lot of money, and put option selling is like selling insurance. Warren Buffett made big money through selling insurance business, so he thinks if Warren Buffett can make a lot of money through his insurance business, why can't I sell put option which is similar to selling insurance? So he felt very good about himself by comparing him to Warren Buffett. And then he also he thought hey, I want to sell these put options and keep all the premium for myself and watch them expire worthless. If stock goes up, you can make money. If stock stays flat, you can make money. So it's really very nice situation. He thinks, and he thinks hey, you can keep selling put options, and you can sell premium for living. So Pete is really thinking very great about himself, and he really now he wants to sell put options. So with that, what Pete does is he watches more YouTube videos, and in the beginning, Pete wants to be a little conservative. He starts selling put options with the SPY, which is S&P 500 ETF, and he sells 45 days out. And he basically makes sure it's way out of the money, so he won't get into trouble. So with that, Pete looks at S&P 500 in January 8, 2019. It's kind of, it fell off in 2018. Now it's recovering. He thought, hey, you know what? It's a good opportunity. I should really sell put options. So with that, Pete kind of jumps in, and he kind of looks at S&P 500. It's at 200, 254, and right now he thinks maybe 230 is a good price to sell put options. It's way below 254, and he decides to sell put option. So he just sells one put option, as you can see here. He brings in $135. So with that, he sells this, gets in $135, and buying power effect is not too much, about 5K. So now Pete is feeling very good. He thinks there is no way S&P 500 or SPY will drop by 25 or so in 49 days. Pete feels really lucky, and for his benefit, he got the entire money, and the put option expired worthless, so he felt very happy. Now Pete wants to really make big money. He transfers the 200K into his brokerage account. He watches more YouTube videos on putting sell options, and there is a lot of news, as you can see in YouTube videos. And there is a suggestion in the YouTube video to open a portfolio margin account, so you can trade more and you can make more money. And buying power reduction is really less with the portfolio margin. Pete takes this online test that brokerage will ask you to take, and Pete really won the test. He aced it, and he gets the portfolio margin. Now Pete thinks, you know what? I wrote the test, I passed the test, and now I'm born to sell options. Wow, this is easy, Pete thinks. And now Pete is consistently making 20K per month by selling put options on various high flying stocks like Booking Holdings, Amazon, Shopify, Tesla, you name it, he sells it. He feels very good. He thinks, hey, I'm not worried about any stock, and I can sell put options. So Pete is really happy now. He's making good amount of money. So Pete feels a little bit bored. You think, what, selling SPY is little, same old, same old. He spices up the game to the next level, and he watches more YouTube videos. Now he's selling any stock, not just SPY. Baidu, Alibaba, even the hottest stocks like Overstock.com, Tesla, you name it, he sells it. He thinks, you know what, I can go wrong. So with that, he looks at Baidu. Baidu was selling at $160 back in January 7, 2020. He, just sells one option here. Baidu is at 160. He sells the put option at 140. He brings in $228. Pete is really happy now. He's got more money, got more premium in. He thinks, hey, there is no way Baidu can drop by around $32 by 49 days. He feels lucky. He thinks he found a better way to generate income. And Pete is now selling put options on all types of volatile stocks: Baidu, Booking, Shopify, Overstock. And Pete is making 40K per month now. He's feeling really good. And Pete and his wife, they took they're planning for a expensive vacation to Hawaii. And Pete sells put options on the plane and the hotel room, within say 2 3 hours. So he's really happy that he can make this business work, even from anywhere, from plane, from hotel. He's really happy. And he also thinks, my entire business, entire vacation is paid by selling put options just on the plane and hotel. So he thinks it's really, fun business to be in, selling put options. Pete comes back from vacation re-energized. Pete transfers another 200K to his brokerage account. His family and his friends are really proud of him. Pete thinks about quitting his full-time job. So now, Pete, with this newfound energy, he starts selling, 5 lot and 10 lot. As you can see here, Baidu's at 175. Pete is selling 150 options. He thinks, what, it's $20 or so below the current stock price. There is no way he can get assigned. So with that, Pete sells this 5 lot and he brings in about $835. So now Pete is really happy. You know what? Now I'm making more money. And he one steps up his game and starts selling 10 lot. So in 2019, Pete made around 300K by selling put options. He's really happy. Now he has got around 400K of his money plus portfolio margin. He's got a lot of money to play around by selling put option. Now it's 2020. Pete watched more YouTube videos about selling put options. He realized, selling put options, with 60 to 90 days out will bring in more premium. So Pete started selling put options with the 60 to 90 days out. So he's sticking to his old mantra. Go with the high flying stocks like Baidu, Overstock, Beyond Meat. These type of stocks where he will get more and more premium. So now Pete is selling 5 and 10 lots with these high flying stocks. And as you can see here, 67 days out, and even goes like 90 days out too. Now he's bringing in more money. As you can see here, $2.32 per contract, and for 5 contract he's bringing in $1,160. Pete is really thinking, really very happy right now. He's making 50K per month by selling put options. So Pete is thinking, hey, I'm on top of my game. And suddenly, now it's early February, and Pete starts hearing about coronavirus in China. And TV reporters say, what, it's only in China. It will not spread to other countries. US is always safe. And some hedge fund managers, started raising alarm. Hey, what, this might spread over to US. And with all this news, premium is really good. Pete thinks, what, nothing will happen to US. US government is really stable, and US has got a lot of, companies like pharmaceutical companies. We are okay. So Pete is bringing in more and more premium now, selling put options, 60 days out, 5 and 10 lots. And Pete even started making more money. He thinks, what, now I can make maybe 100K per month. So he sells options expiring 60, 90 days out, takes in more premium. So if you can see here, Baidu is at 130 right now. Pete is selling options with strike price 119 and expiring 46 days out in this scenario. He goes out even further and he brings in good amount of money. So here he brought in $1,315. So he's really feeling good about it. Then suddenly now it's 13th of March. Most of the businesses around the world are shut down because of coronavirus spreading very wildly, and stock market is really tanked. One of his stock, Baidu, as you can see here, fell off the cliff, and all his put options that he sold are now underwater. So, the stocks that he sold put options on, Baidu, Beyond Meat, Tesla, all of them tanked. They're very well underwater. Pete starts getting margin calls. He's not really, he doesn't know what's a margin call because he was always pocketing the money, letting the options expire. But now he gets a margin call. Pete thinks, hey, no big deal. He sends some money and stock market keeps tanking. He has to send more and more money. So finally, Pete did not have any money to send. So the broker liquidated all his put options and all his positions, and Pete lost his entire capital and all the profit he generated by selling put options. So now Pete is really thinking, you know what? I thought this is a good business. What went wrong? So Pete started doing some introspection, and Pete learned these valuable lessons the hard way. One is be careful when you sell put options on margin, and don't get carried away by easy money. There is no easy money. You got to really research the companies really well, understand the business, look at their profit margin, look at their revenue growth. And when market tanks, when you sell put options or premium in general, you will owe money to your broker, and you'll be assigned stocks with a higher price. So this is when you'll get these margin calls. And try selling put spreads instead of to limit the risk. So that way your risk itself is limited, and don't increase the lot size. And also, don't think you're a genius. When market is going up, don't think you're a genius and sell more and more put options. Instead, be careful and select good quality stocks. These are the lessons Pete learned, and this really helped him in the future. And Pete is now, really feeling good about himself, and he's happy he learned the lesson, early in the game, and he's really making good in the business now. With that, thank you very much. Hope this helps.